7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Resident Evil Theory.
Chris Redfield is back, ladies and gentlemen. We followed this man for over 20 plus years, from his glory days in the Spencer Mansion to just generally being everywhere in Code Veronica. He's literally climbing mountains, saving Claire, meeting his old comrade Wesker. It's just gone on, and Resident Evil 5 and Revelation saw the return of Chris looking for Jill again. And then peak boulder punching Chris, the debonair of boulder punching, savior of the world, killer of the Weskers, and continuing the Redfield bloodline. I'm sorry, Chris. You gotta do what's smart. Get with Jill. Make us all happy.
Hadouken!
And maybe that's just me. You know, I love Chris. I think he's great. In Resident Evil 6, we got to see a new, less boulder punching version of Chris. A more realistic version, but let's be honest, Vendetta is peak Chris. And for copyright reasons, I can't show the footage because Sony will say, that's cute, you used our footage. I'm going to take your video now. Nobody can watch it. But then we got something different. Something a little too real. A little uncanny valley, if you will. Something I wasn't for, and something I'll never be for, and you can't change my mind either way. Whatever the hell this is, I don't want it, and neither does Chris. Even Chris was like, nah, fuck that, make me human again. And not to say Resident Evil 7 Chris isn't a badass, he's still that badass. He literally punches the motor with his bare fist and kicks ass. I'm just saying, he's amazing at everything he does. But the question I pose to you today, viewer, interwebber, content creators, and viewers alike, do you think Chris is tired of being good? Do you think Chris is just not living his best life anymore? He's tired of being the good guy, the BSAA'S Goldenboy. Now he's working with Umbrella. It's kind of concerning why he left the BSAA. I don't know. What do you guys think, honestly? With leaks and rumors of Dust Golem being near perfection to a point that, let's be honest, he could literally shit out something and say, this is what Capcom shit out, and people would believe. But he's talking about, you know, leaks and rumors. And leaks and rumors for him are generally spot on. And ones that leaked out a while back were the fact that there's a big twist coming with Chris. And Ethan's going to be playable, and honestly, I do not like Ethan as a character. He's a garbage character. He's so bland, and he's already got some connections to the molded virus, be able to regenerate his leg and heal himself with the encounters to the bakers. It's just, there's more to it than we don't know. Either they're going to lock him up as this new big bad villain who's going to kill a bunch of main characters, or he's going to end up taking down Chris. I don't know. Mia is also thrown into the mix because the leaks and rumors are suggesting that one of them is going to get shot and Chris is going to be the one to do it. I don't know, guys. I don't really like that. Chris being bad, it just doesn't sit with me. And I don't think it would sit with a lot of people. In fact, many people will probably boycott the game seeing Chris turn evil. And that would too, man. 20 years, but there's another side to that proverbial door. Chris doing this for 20 years probably got tired of it. Tired of fighting this endless war where it was getting him nowhere. And that's just kind of how I view it, man. That's just how I see it. I don't think anybody could agree with it more than anyone else. And I think we can all agree to disagree on a few things. And that's just, I don't know, kind of concerning. That's just, you know, Dust Golem talking about how Chris and Ethan look different. And that necessarily might not be them. Chris changing again, probably for the better. Let's be honest. That entirely realistic version of Chris just doesn't do it for me or anyone else. In fact, he was just simply known as Redfield till we hit the credits. So we actually didn't know if that was Chris or not. Many speculated that it was Hunk. Taking the persona of Chris Redfield makes sense. Hunk's he's a guy. He gets things done. He's the Grim Reaper. But let's be honest with ourselves. What do you guys think? Do you like that we're getting another redesign of Chris? Are you just freaking tired of it, man? I'm tired of the redesigns. Chris has had more redesigns than anyone else in Resident Evil. Just look at Jill with her hair. Claire with her hair. Leon got a beard, sort of. It just, I don't know, makes you just want to drink your cares away and just go into a bar in Eastern Europe. Just saying.
Another round.
I think it's just generally anyone's approach at this point. Capcom's like, I can't make up my mind how I want Chris to look. Can we just have Roger Craig Smith back? That's all I'm asking. Maybe even DC Douglas. Just throw him in there. He's like, he's making, bring Roger Craig Smith back as Wesker. Make him be able to hallucinate, or as Chris, make him hallucinate DC Douglas as Wesker. I'm just saying, make it happen. They love their characters, and I freaking love Roger Craig Smith as Chris, and that's just kind of my views. How can you change someone's character? And bear in mind, I will say, maybe this change has kind of been coming a long way, because originally Revelations was peaked as Chris being a bad guy. There was even that early gameplay trailer that we saw, Chris being a bad guy. It seems like so different to his character and who he is as a design, as a person. I get maybe 20 years of fighting BOWs, you got tired of it. He's getting up there in ages, He's pushing his 50s. I guess you're just tired of it, man. I dig it. I feel ya. You're tired of killing things and, nothing happening. In the world of Resident Evil, pharmaceutical companies don't care. They'll experiment and create all they want to destroy everything that you love. And maybe Chris is tired of it. Maybe he wants the strength to tear them all down. And maybe that's going to cost him more than we know. I don't know. That's just kind of my view. Chris turning bad is just the weirdest thing ever, man. Like, I couldn't see it from a story standpoint. In a way, I could see it, but his character changing like that, and Claire wouldn't stand for it. She's seen the horrors of Umbrella, what it did to Sherry and the people she loves. She literally works for TerraSave. And if you exclude the fact of that guy that she fell for, who was a total asshole and turned into a BOW, she's got her heart set up for the people who've struggled under the tyranny of people like Umbrella. But Chris just changes like that. Maybe it's going into a darker era of Resident Evil. Maybe Chris is tired of fighting an endless war and it never ends. But with the possibility of redesigns for him and Ethan, can we just throw Ethan away and Mia away? Can we just throw them both out the door? With Resident Evil 8 becoming Resident Evil Village, that big twist is what, it's got me concerned. That's why I did this video. I'm concerned, these characters I grew up with, I love them. My friend thinks we need to go away from the characters. I'm all for it. I think if they go into, he says, it's good to do something like an X-Files sort of a standoff thing. And I think that's where they're heading with, occults and witches, and it's pretty interesting. I kind of dig it. Is it for me? No. Is it what I want? Sure. Let's change things up. Resident Evil 6 was a massive change, and it really wasn't it, man. It wasn't it, and a lot of people can agree to disagree on that. I really do love the Resident Evil franchise. It just seems to change up things like that and throw someone who's been a hero for years and years to change them up like that. It just seems so unusual. Making Chris this bad guy. I don't know, man. It just doesn't fit to who he is. And maybe that's Capcom's way of thinking. Maybe we need to change someone that's always been the good guy and make him really evil. If we could just get rid of Ethan, I'll be fine. Same with Ashley. Just throw him out the door. Nobody wants you. Go. Be gone. Ethan's just unlikable. And Mia, I don't know. I think there's more to Ethan and Mia's story. I sort of think that Ethan's going to want to continue doing the work for Mia. And I know that's kind of weird and it's crazy to think, but I feel like that's kind of that approach. His wife was working for a big organization that was part during the early days of Umbrella's fall that Wesker actually worked with. I can't say a name because I think it's an Asian company. It's like Japanese or Chinese, and it was a big thing in their Umbrella's fall. And I think that's kind of that interesting thing, I guess, that we're about to see some changes in this entirety. Resident Evil 8 comes out within the next year, and then Resident Evil 4, if it stays on track, and everything goes on track, then we're going to see it. We're going to see Resident Evil 4 Remake in 2022. And then next year, possibly January, after the release of the current next generation consoles, we're going to see RE8. And whatever this change is, whatever this change is we're getting of Chris, of Ethan. And honestly, I could care. Like I said, I'm trying to draw the point home. Ethan is bland and he's boring. Could I see him turning evil because he wants to help Mia and the company that she works for, possibly. He would do anything for his wife, and that gives Chris all the more reason to put a bullet in his head. That shows you how little I care for Ethan. He's very bland and boring. But I also don't think that we need to see Chris every single time with as many designs as changes he's had, as many times he's been in the game. Just let him enjoy his time. Let him go off somewhere with Jill and have a bunch of children. Then the next generation, 20 years, when we're like augmented to hell and back with VR in our bodies. I don't know. It's just kind of my thing. That's what I jive to. But with EA out the door getting carried in the coffin, because let's be honest, it's not coming back. Capcom has the opportunity to show gameplay footage, and what Golem was saying is that they're possibly going to show it, or we're going to show it around E3. That gives them the opportunity to hop on to either Xbox's press conference that they're going to do, or Sony's conference they're going to do, and show a little bit of Resident Evil 8, which I feel like that's going to be the big thing. E3 in the final nail in the coffin. I have a feeling we're going to see some more on Resident Evil 8. I feel like we're going to see some more of the story. We're going to get an understanding. Maybe we're going to play as Ethan the first half and Chris the second half. That's kind of been my thing. I'd like to play as Chris the second half and Ethan the first half. You know, it might be setting up something. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Chris turning bad. Ethan being a main character. It's kind of... This is kind of this... apocalyptic world we're living in, you think? Maybe Ethan is just all, humble. I'm gonna be the hero, and turns out he's a villain trying to make sure his wife's work continues, because, Resident Evil 7 taught him that those who have power deserve it. I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling. It's towards the end of the video. We're excited, we're nervous. Chris turning bad is kind of this weird thing, and I'm concerned and confused. Somebody help me, I need something. I need something good, I guess. I don't know. This ain't it, man. I don't know if it's for me or for you. It's just, what do you think? Do you think Chris is going bad? Do you think it's some further plot device that's going to happen? Do you think Claire is going to come back and rid the world of Chris boulder punching Redfield? Honestly, if we could just get Chris from Resident Evil 5 to show up, Roger Craig Smith. I'm just saying, I need it. But also, other side of this, can we just get rid of Chris? Can we not have him in so many freaking games? I'm just saying, I'm tired of you, buddy. Go on to greener pastures, not necessarily die, but allow his story to finish. I'm sure he's tired of it. Hell, Leon was drinking himself to death when we last saw him. I think they're tired of it, man. I think they're tired of fighting and dying, and it's frustrating for them, let's be honest. They know what they're doing. And that's just kind of my view on it. Give us Rebecca. Give us Jill. Give us Claire. We haven't even seen enough of Claire. If you were to give us Rebecca or Jill, more than anyone, because we haven't seen them enough, I think everybody would be fine, which apparently that's what it's going to be for Revelations 3, is there's going to be a Rebecca. We followed Chris for a long time. I think, honestly, if he turns bad, let it happen. No holds bars. Let's do it. Makes sense. Sure it does. I don't know. That's it, how I view it. That's just my thoughts. If you're going to make him evil, let's do it. But while we're at the end of this video, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I post things. Maybe rants, maybe stories are enlightening to your mood. Maybe you follow me on Twitter. I tweet. Kind of been growing. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm kind of going to get an aneurysm in my head. Facebook Gaming. That's where I'm streaming at. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't like Facebook. That's fine. Just follow me over here on YouTube. But that's the end of the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. Are you kind of just don't care anymore? Tired of seeing Chris and his boulder punching ways? Me too, man. I'm tired of seeing Chris. Give us Rebecca. Give us Jill. Give us Ada. Give us someone other than Chris. Hell, Sherry. Maybe Wesker's bastard son. Just an idea. But that's it. That's the video. I love you all. Take it easy, everybody.
Locked and loaded.
Suck on this, Wesker.
Your time's up, you son of a bitch.
Resident Evil Theory.